I want to insert this little audio clip before we start the main video. I want to apologize to Campervan Kevin. I don't know why I kept calling him Campervan David. So yeah, I apologize, Kevin. I didn't notice it until after the video was rendered and I was ready to upload. I always check to make sure everything's okay first. So I just decided I'd insert this little audio clip just for you, Kevin. So, whoops, sorry about that.
Hi all. Well, it's a few days after the RTR. I'm at the home base, as you can see, trying to recuperate. Well, I don't know. It just, you know, there were some comments made that, you know, what am I doing there, and how surprised they were that I even showed up, and they were surprised that I stayed as long as I did. But you know what? I kind of enjoyed myself. I got to meet some people and some friends and some subscribers, and it was nice. It was really nice. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to change anytime soon. I'm not going to be, you know, the little social butterfly thing. But I'm still just as introverted as I was. But it was a nice diversion. Like I said, you know, I got to meet some good people. I got to meet some people that I had no idea that knew who I was. Campervan David, as a matter of fact, he drove up to. What was he doing? I think he was interviewing people as he drove along. Actually, he was kind of flagged down. We grabbed him, and he recognized me, and that kind of threw me back just a little bit. So I was quite pleased with that. One of the channels that I watch, his and a few others, you know, very popular, and so well, that's enough said about that. Tolerance. I want to talk about tolerance. When I was growing up, you know, in high school and shortly after, my music was extremely loud. And I didn't care, you know, if other people heard it. You know, come on in, join the party. And now, I hate to say nowadays, but now, it just seems to bother me a little bit, and I couldn't, it just didn't sit well with me. Not the fact that the music was loud, but because I could hear it. Well, actually, I couldn't hear it, but other people around me could hear it. So, but it kind of bothered me right at first. But then, you know, after I'd been home a few days, I got to thinking about that. And like I said, my music was loud. It was, you know, it was a different time. You know, in the late 60s, early 70s music, I really like. I still like. Some of the rap I even like. I like the beat, you know, and that sort of stuff. Some of the lyrics I don't care for, but like I said, these are, you know, different times. So, tolerance, you know, I think it was Penn somebody. I was watching him, I guess it was last night, and he was talking about tolerance. And how condescending that can be. Maybe I shouldn't be repeating him, but he did say that it kind of clicked with me that, you know, like he said, if he says you're wrong, and the other person says no, you're wrong, that's kind of a mutual respect. But some other stuff, you know, like you're wrong, and that other person comes back with, well, you just go believe what you want to believe, and I'll believe what I want to believe. That was kind of a condescending remark as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, I'm all about tolerance, sort of. Let me back up just a little bit. When I'm out camping, it's not that, you know, I'm trying to get away from people. I don't want to be around people. I just enjoy myself more when there aren't other people. You know, my favorite thing to say is, it's not that I don't like people, I just like them better when I can't see it. Can't see them. That's kind of a statement that I probably shouldn't be saying. I like my solitude. That's better, I think, than saying I don't want people around me. I just like my solitude. I like it better that way. Just to enjoy the forest and the pine trees, and you know, I get a chance to see nature at its best, and you know, the little animals, squirrels and chipmunks, and sometimes we get to see some elk. I've said it many times before, if you've been there a few days, that it's not that the animals trust you, but they're a little more tolerant of you. Should we be taking lessons from them? I don't know. Another thing that kind of bothered me too was there was a man, his name is Tom, and I hope he isn't offended by if I mention his name, but with that attitude of mine, being introverted, and I don't want people hanging around, and I don't like people coming in, and all that kind of stuff, he was just a little bit nervous about coming into the camp. And at first, you know, I just, oh, come on in, I waved him in, but then I got to thinking about that after I'd been home, and, you know, I started to relax a little bit, that he shouldn't have felt that way, because I'm not anybody. It kind of made me feel bad that he was afraid to just come right on in. You know, but then on the other hand, then there's people that just walk right through your camp and just don't care. I've said that before, and other people have said that. I appreciate his respect for me and you know, my way of life. I really appreciate that. But still, it kind of bothered me that he was, you know, I mean, I actually had to wave him in. I actually had to ask him to come in before he would. He just sat out there and watched. So, Tom, I apologize for that. If you watch this video, he may not ever talk to me again. I don't know. But like I said, it kind of made me feel bad that he was like that in that situation, being at the RTR where there were so many people around, and you know, well, I think you get what I'm trying to say. I think I'm trying to recuperate. Like I said, that was is a little bit stressful at first. I said that before, but you know, I didn't enjoy the seminars too much, because it was well, you know, like I was saying in the last video, that those seminars are for people, mostly for people that don't know how to do, you know, the off-grid thing, and they want to learn. So it's pretty basic stuff, which is good. I mean, you know, I guess you could always refresh your skills doing that. I'm not saying that the seminars were boring. They weren't. Some of the questions were very thoughtful, thought out, and some of them were just off the wall. And, you know, and I kind of giggled about that. But then I got to thinking, when I first started this, when I first, you know, started getting interested in being off-grid and camping, and, well, I've been camping all my life, but being off-grid and trying to make a living doing that. So, you know, it was kind of, it just made me think I was like that. I didn't know anything. And, you know, a little afraid to ask the questions. So, well, anyway, I had to take a little break because my train of thought was getting all scrambled. So, tolerance. How do you handle that? How do you people handle that? It just seems like this country has become so intolerant of other countries and of other people, and I don't I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be like that. You know, at the risk of, well, I can't say anything political, but you know, I enjoy talking to people from other countries. I like to ask about you know, how they are, and you know what they do, and that I think it's very interesting. I just enjoy other cultures, put it that way, and I like to find out about them. I think in 2018, if I'm still around and when the camping season comes up again, I'm not going to be so intolerant. Case in point, the guy came in, if you remember this video, the guy came in with his big RV, and I was really indignant about the whole thing. I mean, he was really close, and his, you know, a bunch of kids come out, and they were all running around on their alien transport vehicles and running through my camp and circling all around, making a bunch of noise, and I was just indignant as all get out. And now when I think back about it, when I was those kids' age, I was the same way. You know, my cousins and myself, we'd get out there and yell and scream and have a good time and make fools of ourselves. We were just kids, you know. And I'm going to try not to be that way. Not to say that I'm going to, you know, enjoy other people hanging that close around, but instead of, you know, me feeling like that, I'm just, you know, if it really starts to bother me, I'll move. Simple as that. I'll just move someplace else. I mean, after all, it's not my forest personally. It's not my area personally. Those people had just as much right to be there as I did. And then the other one was I made fun of a guy that had his pop-up camper stuck. I was making fun of him. I was just, this wasn't a very nice thing to do. I'm, to the core, in the core, I'm not that way. I just couldn't help myself. But now that I look back at it, you know, I don't, it just wasn't a good thing to do, as far as I'm concerned now. So, like I said, this year, 2018, I'm going to, I'll still be going to the same place. I'm not going to be so upset about other people being in the same area that I'm in. I'm still going to have fun with the aliens. They're still going to be aliens to me, no matter what. I'm really glad that came up. That part on this channel came up about aliens and Wilson and his family and all that. That's just been a source of fun for me. And I guess it's been fun for some of you as well. So that's not going to go away. It was suggested, you know, that maybe I should make a little section just for the Wilsons. You know, the little balloon pop-ups above their head. And, I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. I'm not into working. And that's another thing, too. I was told that I was a smart aleck. That wasn't the correct word that it was used, but you get the gist of that as well. And, you know, sometimes I am, I guess, but it's just in fun. Just to, you know, just for a comeback, I guess. I can't really think of a whole lot more that I want to say. I'm just hoping that this year is going to be a little different than it was last year. The two people that I invited into my camp, and that was a first for me, I really enjoyed their company. I really did. I was a little freaky right at first. But then, you know, as time went by, you know, I started to relax a little bit, and then they started to relax a little bit, and you know, we had some fun. We had a good time. I enjoyed the butler thing. He knows who I'm talking about. So do you. And you know, the hunter-gatherer, I enjoyed him. You know, he was, you know, it was good campfires. So anyway, you know, now let me think about that for a second. Let me think about what I want to say for a second. So, you know, I don't want the reputation of being this this grouchy, grumpy old guy that camps out in the forest and doesn't want anybody around, and I am a little grumpy sometimes. And I was told that she meant it as a joke, and I took it as a joke. But you know, the fact is, I am a little bit grumpy sometimes. So, and I don't want to be. It's not that I you know, I don't try to be. And yeah, I appreciated the fact that she mentioned that. You know, it was fun. It was silly at the time, but now that I think about it, sometimes I am a little bit grumpy. I don't want that reputation. I mean, this is not the platform. YouTube is not the platform anymore to be that kind of a person. You know, I like what I do, and I like camping, and I like, you know, making videos, and I like to try to make some friends, and I like doing things for my friends on YouTube, and I want to keep it that way. So yeah, you know, the tolerance thing, I would appreciate that you guys, you know, to let me know what you think about that subject, and you know, express your thoughts in the comments. Lately, I've been a little bit lax about answering some of them. It's not because I don't, you know, I'm not ignoring them. I do read them, but just sometimes I just don't get back to them, and then, you know, and then sometimes I just forget to answer. I apologize for that. But if you will, if you guys will let me know what you think about that kind of stuff. Just kind of to reiterate, you know, the reputation I guess that I had was I wouldn't go to the RTR because of the people. I wouldn't stay as long as I did. They were surprised. And, you know, I have to admit, I was a little bit freaked out at first when I first got there. Did I say that already? Because I am introverted. And it's not that, well, just being in big crowds like that kind of freaks me out just a little bit, and I'm just not used to it. So codependent, I don't know. Somebody said I was a little bit codependent. Nobody on YouTube. I think that that maybe I think that I have to, you know, try to please everybody. I don't want to be like that either, because then, you know, when you try to please everybody, you end up not pleasing yourself, and then, you know, then you can't be happy. And right now I'm extremely happy doing what I'm doing, and I try to please, but then if I can't, well, I'm sorry that I can't please you. I'll do what I can to please you up to a point. I guess you got, see, now I'm starting to get that little smart aleck attitude. Am I confused? Yes. Oh, I'm so confused. So anyway, yeah, this is getting a little bit long and starting to get, you know, blah, 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 blah. So let me know in the comments what you think about tolerance, and how should a channel like this evolve, like mine? I'm introverted. I prefer to be alone in the forest. It makes me nervous when people come in and try to camp right next to me. Should I be like that? Should I not be like that? I can't help how I am. The biggest thing that I want is to have fun. It's all about having fun for me nowadays. There's that word again, nowadays. Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Actually, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. If you've made it this far in the video, you got some tolerance. Some of you may know all about the YouTube's new thing. You know, they're sending out emails telling people that their videos will no longer be monetized. You have to have 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers and that kind of stuff. So far, I haven't got the email. I have over 9,000 hours of watch time, and well, I'm over the 1,000 mark in subscribers. So, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that can change, or that's not going to change. I mean, you just never know, you know. I could get that email, you know, before I'm even done with this video. So what I wanted to talk to you about, ask you, was to please share this video and subscribe. Mostly, you know, subscribe and share this video. Give me the likes, and if you like it, and give me the thumbs down if you don't. I'd appreciate it though if you give me the thumbs down. I'd like to know why. You know, so I can change it if I can. What else? That's kind of all I wanted to say was, you know, please subscribe, please share, and give me the thumbs up. Comments. I like comments as well. I may not get to all of them, but I like to read what people are saying and what people are thinking. So that's it for sure now, for real. That's it, and I'll talk to you later.